And I think it is louder. Like, there's just something about it that is loud.
It's just like an old, like, rittling, nervous dog that's been screamed at too much. It's just my microphone's just a bit more. Oh, God! Jeez! It's fine. Yeah, well, it's got to... it just gets accustomed to it, I guess. The microphone be louder.
Yeah.
Life experience.
Life.
Well, this is I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, we're recording an extra episode now because of Christmas week. So like either just after Christmas between New Year's, where we're going to be away for family, aren't we? So thought we'd check up on everybody, make sure everyone's had a good Christmas. Yeah. Zip. Just, if everyone's had a Merry Christmas or a looking forward to a Merry New Year or something like that.
Stop the Cavalry. That was the song. I looked it up afterwards because it was driving me nuts. And that is the arrival of Christmas, definitely.
Yeah, that and Blue Christmas by Elvis. Don't know why it's always a bit Christmassy for me.
Oh, that one doesn't strike me.
No,
I mean it's got Christmas in it.
What was played in restaurants?
Yeah.
Maybe played at Christmas. That and Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones has felt Christmassy because it was always on a Boxing Day or something.
It's another one of those cult classics that I'm not really very familiar with.
Yeah, I'm not huge into Indiana Jones, to be fair. But to be fair, I'm not huge into Die Hard, and people go mental for it. People don't go mental for it, but stupid people go mental for it in a stupid way. That's what I say.
I don't go mental for it. I do like Die Hard, though. It's just a good action movie.
Yeah, like I watch it, but it's not. There's a whole cult of, is it a Christmas movie or is it not?
Oh, it's become a meme
same.
now. It's one of
should you have pineapple on a pizza?
Yeah, it's the
Pineapple
argument
and Die Hard
that comes up every year. There's is Die Hard a Christmas movie, and is this Christmas song about rape? Is the other one?
Yeah, and have you listened to Wham yet? Oh, I feel sorry for you.
I've been whammed. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I haven't been whammed yet, thank God, because it's a shit song.
Well, I don't know what instrument it's played on. It feels like it might be some kind of synth violin. Or like, I don't know, a drum cello. Something like that. Some kind of weird amalgamation of something.
You play it on a guy called George.
But it's just, maybe it's that I can't find Christmas joy or joy in those kind of things. But like, yeah, no, it just frustrates me when people try to make, that's probably what it is. It makes me feel uncomfortable when people make things bigger than they are. Or attach a lot of value or a lot of whimsy to something that has been very very shallow depth of something. Yeah. So it's like, oh, isn't it amazing that I haven't listened to Wham yet? Like, well, okay, well, your children still don't like you. I mean, should you focus on that? Like, deal with that first. Yeah. Instead of trying to duck and dodge and dive out of shops that are playing Christmas music.
I think people try and there's a constant effort to create the feeling of Christmas. Like there is a definite air about Christmas that you can't put your finger on what it is. You know when it's not there, but like when it is there, you suddenly realize like, oh, I'm feeling Christmassy. Like there's just something, and like people like equate it to like the music or the movies or like, well, we have to do this and this and this in this order, and then it's Christmas, and like then we'll get the feeling, right? Like like they're chasing
the heroin dragon kind of thing.
Yeah.
I want to feel like tinsel.
Yeah.
Give me the tinsel.
So this will be on like Christmas Day is this coming Friday, isn't it? So this will be the following Wednesday. So you'll be between Christmas and New Year with this one. So hopefully you're feeling holiday-y. Not too Christmassy, because you passed it now. You've missed it.
Yeah, get over it.
Yeah. but we're on the approach to New Year. We can't cover New Year. New Year's a whole other episode. That's a whole thing. Because we do that. We tend to do resolutions every year. So it seems.
This is true. Yeah. I obviously forget them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yeah, this will be the Wednesday before. Well, hopefully the Wednesday before.
Yeah. So we
before
are
New Year's Eve.
we are your guides through the Christmas merriment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, brandy. I don't know.
Brandy, sherry.
It's a weird drinking holiday, I guess.
Generally just being pissed.
Yeah. This might be the first Christmas where I might drink a little. I'm going to see. Might push that boat out.
Good.
Might,
If there's anything you need, it's it's
for that
chemicals.
boat to be further away from shore. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think Christmas has been good. I think I might enjoy Christmas this year, just for the roast, if not anything else.
I think I might enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'll try. Yeah.
But yeah, I think New Year's going to be 2021 is going to be an interesting year, because I think there's a few, because of all the pandemic stuff, and I think just to be honest, I think that's probably the biggest thing. I think a lot of momentum has dropped for lots of creative things. Like, I haven't done stand up for a long time, haven't written stuff for a long time, and then we've said last week that it kind of feels like the podcast as well has kind of plateaued for a little bit and been a bit like. Feels
it's this
like
format. But the thing is, I will keep it up, because if I don't, I won't talk to my friend, because that's what happens. I think when you moved up here, you were a few miles away, and then we were it's been 3 months since we spoke to each other. It's weird. So it is nice. It's a way to kind of maintain contact.
Yeah, but to be honest, I still enjoy doing the podcast. It's just, I think it's just with the pandemic stuff, it becomes just more stuff to do remotely from home, and you go
another Zoom meeting.
Yeah. So it's just but I think that's all it is. It's kind of hit a little bit of a motivation lock. But in the new year, I think it would be interesting to try and figure out how to spice things up a little bit more.
Yeah,
to do a few more things. We can still record stuff. We can still record stuff independently. It's just, if I wanted to show you a video over the Zoom, I'd have to look into how to broadcast it, and it's just another whole thing of can I just press play?
Yeah, that's I miss doing bits. Even if it's just triggering a pig fact or something.
Yeah,
just a little extra layer. I miss it.
Yeah. Well, it's even if there's been ideas of it could be cool to record a little sketch to play, but it just there's just more barriers because of this thing. So it's either overcome them or try and figure out a new way to do it. Also, I think I've taken on a lot of other things to try and I think that would help. But the marketing side of it, the social media side of it, I tried to get into, but just can't. And he's it would be a good time to get more into that, because I think that's where we would help.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, but I think mainly it's just Corona fatigue, to be honest. So maybe a Christmas break.
I was bored of it in August, and now it's December.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah, and it's just this losing energy, and all the days are blurring into one, and it's just can we just, once it's all out the way, there's exciting stuff that we'd like to be done, so that could be quite cool.
Yeah.
But I was looking back on the episodes this year, and it was just the main thing that had we had a little bit of Frank Burton rivalry at the beginning of the year, I think.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of went lockdown.
Yeah.
Where it was just that was kind of the main thing that was really going on, and it wasn't anything
Zoom
big.
calls, weird.
Yeah. So then we did then we were we'll do a Christmas advert, but again, lockdown fatigue, and then just scheduling, and then trying to work around all the restrictions just felt a bit ugh. So I think still want to do creative projects. I still enjoy doing the podcast. It's just a bit fatigued.
Yeah.
To be honest. So hopefully things will, after a little bit of a Christmas break, I think we can come back fresh and see what happens in the new year.
Yeah.
But Christmas.
Yeah. I can't even tell you how my week's been, because I don't know.
What time do you wake up on Christmas Day?
Normally.
Yep. Abnormally. What time do you wake up on Christmas Day?
I don't know. Like, I get up at the just normal time, really. Like, unless I.
Sorry, one sec. That might be Christmas arriving at my door.
Oh.
All right, go. All right.
Wait.
All right. Yeah, sorry. So I did my Christmas shopping recently, so Christmas is just arriving at the door throughout the weekend.
I haven't done mine yet. I got Vicky's, but no one else's.
no one. You can have some parsley.
I do this every year. I'm just like I don't want anything from anybody, and I don't want to spend any money, so I won't do it. Like I'll just put it off and off and off, and then then it gets to this point where it's like, it's in 5 days. If you don't do it now, that's prime out of the window. You're gonna have to go into town, and you fucking hate going into town. So like, just do it. But
so really, you're just doing it to please yourself.
I guess I'm just reluctant to spend money. Like, not in a tight-fisted way, but it's just like, oh, but this is stupid.
Yeah, there's some people that this year I was like, oh, I'm not sure what to get. It's like, I could get them money. So that feels very grandparenty.
Yeah.
Because then if I gave you money for Christmas, for example, then it would become like, well, then you'll just give me that money back for Christmas. So then it's like, well, there's this whole charade.
No, I don't do vouchers and stuff. I'll do it for my nephew, like, just because he's got more of an idea of what he wants than I do, and I'm not going to pretend that I can get him something that'll make him happy. So I tend to just get him like video game
don't
vouchers.
know him very well.
Like, just because, like, I'd rather you get a game that you want than me pretend I know the game that you want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not exactly down with the kids.
Oh, okay. That's good. You're not Jacksepticeying.
No.
All that stuff.
No, and nor am I going to. I don't care enough to research.
I could research my nephew.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, before Christmas interrupted, Christmas, post-Christmas, pre-end of the year episode, you were going to say, what time do you wake up in the morning on Christmas Day?
So, I think most of the time on Christmas Day, I'm now a late riser, which is unusual for me. But it's because I usually stay up late eating Chinese and watching movies on my own on Christmas Eve.
Right.
And then I'll be in bed until 9 o'clock until like I've got a load of messages and shit on my phone and be like, can you come round now because we want to open presents? And I'm like, oh, okay then. And then I'll go. I'll get dressed and go over. But like, I mean, like compared to most of the year when I'm up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, like I have a bit of a lie-in.
Yeah.
But it used to be when I was a kid, I'd be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and be like, give me the stuff.
Give me the drugs. Give it. I need to see. I need a Blackadder, Goes Forth DVD.
Yeah.
Give it.
There was something I saw recently, which was it was like at some point you sat in the seat of the shopping trolley for the last time and you had no idea. And like I feel like that like I can't remember when I started sleeping like through Christmas. Like, because when I was a kid, I was like, can't sleep. Tomorrow's amazing. Like, I got properly excited about it, but then at some point, I don't know, got a grip.
At some point, the magic died.
Yeah.
And it all kind of got confused. I think I was like 15 or 16. I think it started to chill. Like, I had a girlfriend when I was 16 at Christmas or something. I was like, oh, this kind of changes the focus of everything. Yeah. So does it become, what DVD am I gonna get? Yeah, what Lego train set can I have? Now it was just like, well, yeah, now I need to do Christmas shopping for
I fucking love Lego,
and stuff. Man.
I think even at this age, if someone got me a Lego set, I'd be like, ace.
I just think that they'd be too simple now. Like I saw some, and I was like, because people post them that in podcasting communities of like, oh, look at this Lego set I just got. And they like it's it's a Star Wars thing. It would just be a bit too simple. I want like a nice, complicated one.
Yeah.
But then I had a Zoom date with somebody who had like a full-on Harry Potter castle, and I was like,
shit.
I don't want this. This is a mistake.
Yeah.
This is a red flag. Nothing against it. It's just strange when that's the largest part of your personality in your bedroom. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a castle. I get it. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like you're less creative with the Lego packs now. But then I guess it's just me getting older and wanting to follow the instructions a bit more.
Mm.
If you buy a Lego set, you should use that Lego set to build that Lego thing.
Yeah.
Not to build something else randomly multicolored.
Mm.
Lego, eh? Is it Swedish? I think it's Swedish.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, I can't. I think I've told you before. Do you remember? Speaking of having a girlfriend at 16, do you remember the Christmas gift I gave to a girlfriend on Christmas years and years ago about Love Actually?
I remember the signs at the door or something.
Yeah. Oh God, it makes me uncomfortable now. But yeah, Jesus Christ. No. Yeah, I did from the scene Love Actually. Andrew Lincoln, I think.
Yeah.
Did a thing where he was in love with either his brother or his best friend's wife.
Yeah.
/ fiance.
Yeah, he was the best man or something, wasn't he?
Yeah. So like he made he like knocked on her door on Christmas Eve, and just told her, by the way, I'm in love with you, but you're with my best mate, so fuck you. Something along those lines. It might have been a bit more whimsical than that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, loads of little signs. So I did something like that, but with my girlfriend at the time, because she loved that scene, so I made little signs. And then, because we were adorable in a relationship, every time we saw a Beetle car, we wouldn't punch each other in the face. No, we'd kiss. So it ended with a kiss, like a yellow Beetle sign car. Now I understand all the characters in Street Fighter when they're screaming their attacks. They go like Sonic Boom. It's just trying to get the childhood grief and regret out of their head. Oh yeah, I faked my great grandmother's death as well to do that, to make it a surprise. My great grandmother's dying.
I remember that. Yeah.
And she's like, how's your great grandmother? Oh, it was all a lie. But then it was fine. But yeah, Christmas, pick roses and stuff. Anyway, oh yeah, well, we got some Christmassy news. Oh. Signs aside. So I saw this on BBC Scotland, and I just found it kind of optimistic. 7 things COVID can't stop you doing this Christmas. So there's loads of COVID restrictions. We covered it a little bit last week. You can't sing. You can't hug relatives. You can't, share forks. The whole Christmas tradition of sharing forks. But there are some things that you can do. Number 1, you can't visit Santa's grotto, but Santa can come to you. So drive-by Santas can be found at various attractions across the country.
Drive-by Santas. 5-0! 5-0! Ho, ho, ho.
He's throwing mince pies at Blair Drummond Safari Park. It's a safari park full of Santas. The man in the red suit will pass by on his sleigh 3 times a day.
Oh, look, Santa's over
Get
there.
mauled by lions.
Eating a gazelle.
Be very quiet. He's releasing the Christmas spirit from the body of that zebra. At Eden Mill Farm in Blainfield, Glasgow, you drive past Santa in his grotto and stop for a COVID-safe chat through the car window. You alright? Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, how's it going? Joyce Rodden took her son Finley 4 and daughter Sarah 6. She wanted to give them some normality at Christmas. What's more normal than a Santa in a safari park? Out there in the wild.
We like to see Santa in his natural habitat, surrounded by bears and giraffes.
Walrus.
There's the Christmas hippo.
Guard. Yeah. So yeah, if while you can't visit Santa, Santa can visit you surrounded by the African plains. Number thing you can do this great elf on a shelf and also on your doorstep.
Wait, what is that? I keep
What's
hearing
elf on a shelf?
I was getting that last year, and I have no idea what it is, and I never bothered looking into it. What the fuck is it?
The elf on a shelf?
Yeah.
I think it's manufacturing paranoia among children. I think it's like taking photos of an elf toy, having done some kind of practical joke like, I don't know, burn to the house down. Oh, you cheeky elf.
Take a picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what... I don't know for certain, but I think that's what it is, because I've seen lots of people do that recently.
Yeah.
Where they'll, like, pretend, like, oh, his elf's only drawn on my face. He's drawn a cock on my face. Bloody elf. Merry Christmas.
He's on a shelf.
But in this case, a cheeky duo called Jingle and Bells have been taking their mischief out to the children of central Scotland since level 4 restrictions were lifted. So this is just like a duo performing on doorsteps for families. Like, I guess kind of like Punch and Judy feel, atmosphere and Christmassiness. Just to kind of, they get a 15-minute song and dance show with games and goodie bags. So yeah, it's kind of like just a little party, really. See if that piques up spirits, which again is well intended. And if you have kids, your perspective's probably going to be very different. But no, leave me alone. Don't. Why they wouldn't perform to me? I don't think.
No.
I think they'd be like, have you got any kids? They'd be like, no. Like, well, we can't perform to you then. Dance for me, elves. Would have a different feel to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, elf on a shelf is coming to your doorstep, whatever that means.
Wonderful. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Santa went past us the other day in the Land Rover. That makes me feel Christmassy. You know, when he's on the back of the trailer. And drive around the estate. Yeah.
Yeah. We had that in uni.
You did that at uni?
No, we had that.
Oh, yeah.
At the All Sager house, there was...
Do you not have it when you're in London?
No.
Down south? No.
Not that I'm aware of.
It's a common thing up here. It's what the Rotary clubs do.
Aren't Rotary clubs like canal boats?
No. What?
Well, that makes more sense then. What is a Rotary club then? I thought it was just like if you own a canal boat, you become Rotary.
No, they're almost like... It's a weird thing. It's like... I don't know. It's like Scouts for adults, except instead of doing adventurous shit, you do like charity fundraisers and dinners and things. Like and every county's got one, or every town or parish or something like that. I'm not sure how it works, but so there'll be like there'll be a Stoke Rotary Club. There's a Stafford Rotary Club, and like there'll be a Cheshire one, and all of that. And they're all part of the same big group with all these separate chapters, and they just do shit for charity and and help like the local schools and stuff like that.
They just help the local charities and shit.
Yeah, it's a good organisation, but typically, I don't think I've ever seen anyone in it that's like under 50.
Oh, okay, it's just kind of like you've got more free time.
Yeah.
Join local community to help charity stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like politics, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
Apart from your young activists.
It is. They tend to be like a political organisation. They don't do anything political. You're not allowed to talk about politics there or anything because they don't want to be divisive. But it tends to be one of those things of like politicians will try and get on the side of the Rotary clubs.
That's where the real power is.
Well, it's because all the people in there are like people of influence. They were business owners. They were upstanding members of community. They were head teachers and like all of that. So that it's just a load of people with a load of connections.
With the inside track.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Must be strange. I don't know. Do you reckon there's a different relationship with society between different age groups, like different generations. There must be some kind of like disconnect between, I don't know, the oldest generation, the youngest, and then kind of a spectrum between the two. So there'll be like, if you've been a head teacher, then you would be able to contribute to society in a specific way, but not others. But that's probably the same for everything, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Christmas markets. Just moving on. Christmas markets have gone virtual, so you can't go to a Christmas market, you know, in real world.
Why?
But you can
Bother.
put an Oculus on. Why not?
What? Oh, like a VR?
Yeah.
VR mulled wine.
I never understood Christmas markets, to be fair. I think it's a soppy couple thing to do.
Maybe.
Not really
like
a single man thing to do.
I like them. I've been with mates before now, because it's just like meat. Just, you can buy 3 feet of meat and eat it. Like, oh, amazing. This is Christmas.
Oh, great food. It's good.
Yeah, no, I quite like them, but I think, again, it's one of those things like that my mum, I used to go with my mum and my nan when I was like tiny. So it's just one of those things I've always done.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I've always gone to the cinema for Christmas Eve. That's my Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Because that was just like, my mum's, we're getting stressed and wants to tidy the house and whatever. So like everyone else just get out. So then we just went to watch Harry Potter, I think, and Lord of the Rings one year. Just whatever was at the cinema on Christmas Eve.
I have a Chinese. That's great.
I've never gone to the cinema to watch a Christmas market. What's not happening, sorry?
We normally go to a nativity.
Do you?
Like at the
real
church? Yeah, it's a community thing. It's all the local kids, like, but yeah, I've done that since I've been with Vic. So that's been like for 9 years.
Gone for a cheeky nativity.
Only on a Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be interesting to go to a church on Christmas Eve, but it's never done it.
It's nice.
See all those.
Like, I'm
people.
not in any way religious at all, but like it's nice. I think it's nice to sort of have the community kind of shrunken down like that, where like you're
to children.
Well, no.
Children's size performing biblical theatre.
Well, as in, like, if you're sitting in your living room or something, you understand that you're within a community, but you don't really feel part of it. Whereas if you go to like an event like that, like to see, I don't know, to see a good representation of the community, you suddenly sort of start to see your bubble, I guess, like your area of effect.
Yeah, like going to like a neighborhood meet up for your street or something to discuss something maybe. Yeah. But yeah, just I don't know. My imagination just runs wild with me. So I just find myself making myself laugh about stupid things that aren't true. Like I guess what happens inside a building filled with people who believe that, I don't know, when you eat bread, it's cannibalism. So where does that go? And it's just by my own entertainment, but it puts up walls between people.
Yeah.
So I'm just, people are there eating their bread and saying their prayers, and I'm laughing. I can't do that. Probably best I'm not there.
Well, the weird thing with the church thing is that I'm there and I'm watching, and I'm like fully aware that like I'm, if not a full atheist, about as close as I'll ever be. And looking around and being like, all of you are the same as well. Like, you guys aren't practicing Christians. I know a lot of you. Like, so we're all here to just collectively lie to each other, and it's nice.
It's a bonding experience.
Yeah.
You know, I also don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. That's a lie. Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Maybe that's what it is. It's that people trying to be communal about shared jokes or whimsy. I've been saying whimsy a lot, about like, yeah, you shouldn't have pineapple on pizza. I'm part of the no pineapple on pizza community. What community are you part of? Your community's weird.
Yeah, everyone's got a beard of
It's that kind of thing. Yeah.
Scone or scone, that was always mine.
Sconnelled scone.
Scone or scone.
Oh. That was your community,
that
was it?
Caused rifts.
That ruined friendships. That closed doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one are you then? I don't even know what either one of them are. I know they're the same thing, but I don't know. It's like a muffin, isn't it? Or a pancake.
You never had a scone? I'm scone.
No. I've had a hot cross bun once.
You've never really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not really a cake person or
I wouldn't even describe
muffin.
them as cakes. It's just, well, I don't know. They're weird.
Is it like a crumpet?
They're sort of it's like a luxury bread good or something. Like it's weird. Like hot cross buns, I wouldn't. There's a definite difference between a bun and a cake.
Right.
I think.
It's not my world. My world is fizzy drinks and sugar. Hey.
Yeah. No, we always had hot cross buns because my dad absolutely loves them, so we'd have them like all year round.
Aren't they like an Easter thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an Easter celebration thing. I don't know, bread, I like fresh bread, but I've never really been down the have you had an apricot bear claw or whatever? It's never really
I like
those kinds
pastries,
of things.
But I don't really have access to anything fancy.
I've only got access to your basic pastry.
Yeah.
Whatever they could do.
Yeah.
Never really done hot cross buns or scone. So you're scone.
I'm scone.
All right. Well, we'll get a flag made. In other things you can't do, but you can. You can't go to the panto, but yes, you can.
Oh.
I don't mind a panto when I was younger, but I kind of never realised they were Christmassy. But I guess they are when they do Christmassy stuff.
That's another thing. We used to go to the Birmingham Hippodrome every year because when my nan lived in Birmingham, and they had the good pantos, like where there were people in it that you knew, and like all of that. Like they properly spent money on it. We do that every year. I used to love it when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could. I mean, I think there is a thing about theatre where it's like you could watch it at home and you'd be like, I don't care. But then if you were actually there, you get into it.
But but you can go see another play, right? Like a theatrical performance of. Go to Rocket Horror Show.
Yeah.
And go see another theatrical performance. It's just like, why panto? But I guess again, it's just for kids.
Yeah.
It's just for kids to
tradition.
enjoy. Is it tradition? Oh, obviously it was for you, right? So, yeah.
Every January we went. We went to the later performances because they were cheaper, I think.
Right. Well, again, they don't feel that Christmassy. Like Aladdin. Is it a Christmas story? Could be.
Could be.
Panto it up.
Yeah.
But
Jack and the Beanstalk.
But there's also now, virtual online Zoom pantomimes.
I mean,
that you can watch.
It's essentially a TV show, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Sit down and watch it with your
It makes
kids,
more sense than a market.
Well, I don't know. Like, if you were say as a man and wife sitting down to watch pantomime on Zoom over Christmas, I'd say something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Do you not think, or is it like, it feels like it's a kid thing?
Yeah.
And obviously it's a kid thing. I'm probably blowing it out of proportion. Because, no adult watches pantomime. Meanwhile, on the other side of the YouTube screen, a pantomime fan. Other things that you can but can't do but you can. The 2020 Nativity. Mary, Joseph, 3 wise men, and an iPad are now the tradition. So instead of schools doing the nativity plays, because they can't get all the people together, they're implementing green screens and special effects. And editing procedures so that they can record it at different points, with everybody socially distanced, so that they could have like Zoom calls throughout the nativity to try and get the scenes recorded.
Yeah.
which is a modern way, of looking at it.
Like you only really perform in a nativity once when you're as far as going through school is concerned. Like, and that whole generation are going to be like, oh, my nativity was great. I was under the sea.
Yeah, I was part of Spielberg came in and converted me into like, I don't know, some extraterrestrial.
Yeah, I mean they always film those things anyway. So like it makes sense. Like you just film it without an audience and then you send it to the parents.
Just have it with green screens.
Yeah.
Green screens and editing procedures. What's more Christmassy? Just not a live audience.
Yeah.
I guess. Kind of still works. The other thing you can't but can do is spot the reindeer, Christmas lights and elves. Now, I didn't really get this one, but it's basically, apparently, the Christmas tradition of turning lights on in streets is sorely missed. So they're going to try and do it somehow else. It was like get together and have a local celebrity come and turn on your Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Again, a community thing, I guess. Just feels like it's a bit meh. Oh, apparently there's a tier 4 now.
Oh, God.
I didn't know that. Apparently some of the South is getting into it.
What does that mean?
No.
Merry
Stay
Christmas.
even more inside. Get in the basement. Chillax. That's all you got to do. But yeah, in Clarkston local business group I Love Clarkston have created the Christmas Spirit Trail, where people collect clues from local businesses in a bid to find Santa's missing brother, Albert. Have you heard of Santa's brother, Albert?
Albert Claus.
Yep, Albert Claus.
Albert Kringle.
Never heard of him, but people are looking for him. Okay, he's missing, I guess, and got to find clues to find him. So yeah, if you can't put your lights on, people are turning them on. There's also a reindeer hunt taking place until the new year. Now, I think that's a Christmassy Easter egg type hunt.
Yeah.
As opposed to a let's kill all the reindeer.
Yeah.
But that feels more Christmassy to me.
You'd be better off looking in Norway. Probably.
Well, they're a bit closer to Norway, aren't they, in Scotland? So get your binoculars
There's still
out.
A few 100 miles of ocean.
Yeah, wind and everything.
Yeah, maybe a couple of wind farms in between.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're still going to hunt reindeer, but more like at home, like a Easter egg apparently. And one of the biggest disappointments of Christmas 2020 must be the recommendation to limit singing. So you're not allowed to sing.
Fuck off.
I did look into this a little bit more because there was a link, and apparently door-to-door carol singing probably shouldn't take place because when people sing or yell or shout, the virus is spread more.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now the thing is,
telling
it's the
us
same advice.
How physics work.
This is the same advice of there is a weird other pandemic going on of people trying to desperately come up with a unique idea that they think is important and helps. Like I don't know, there was loads of film references about them, but more people creating arguments where there wasn't necessarily a desperate argument to be had, just to have a big argument to appear that they're more woke. It's those kind of arguments. And that's what this feels like. It just feels like, I don't think anybody's serious about this. Because what, if you fall over, you can't yelp? No. It's just people saying, oh, yeah, actually, you shouldn't even sing because you're going to be killing everybody. It's that kind of smug, woke fact is what it feels like. So, let's see what people do about it. There must come a way. I wonder when the wokeness will stop.
It's got to collapse on itself at some point.
Yeah, but it's whether it comes by just ignoring it until it collapses within itself, or is it people eventually burn it with stakes?
I hope the latter. I would like to see like less of a fizzle out and more of a violent uproar of like enough shit.
There was a tweet recently. But again, it's not that great. But a tweet recently from an activist body saying that Steam, which is a game platform, hasn't made a public statement about Black Lives Matter.
Good.
So they said like, hey, the world, are you going to abscond from using Steam because of its use of
good luck.
not use of Black Lives Matter? And the two poll answers were yes in capital letters or no, because I'm a toxic racist.
Oh, fuck off.
And 95% of people said no because I'm a toxic racist. Just silly things like that. It's just, I don't know. It's just youth. It's just young. It's just, when you're young, you kind of think. When I was young anyway, I had certain ideals. I wasn't as aggressive with preaching about stuff, but you have a conversation with somebody about some of these things, and it hasn't been properly thought through. It's more of an idea. We've said before that we've reached an age now where if somebody comes to us with an idea that they want to do, we're a bit more critical of it because we want to see how feasible and realistic it is to do. And a lot of people don't like that. They just want to be told, that's a great idea. Oh, wouldn't it be great if? Yeah. And there's a place for that, and it's good to do that, but it's not necessarily as helpful because you're just saying, that's great, you go do that. Whereas I think as you get older, you're a bit more of like, that's good, but how would we do that? How would I do that, and how to get it working? But so it feels like there's people saying don't sing. It feels like that. Someone said, actually you shouldn't sing because of the the virus. People are going, oh yeah, no, that sounds great. That's a really good contribution. That's really good. Whereas other people were kind of saying, no, you should. You're going to make loud noises. What, dogs can't bark no more? Fish can't scream? What are you talking about?
Santa can't eat the zebra.
Yeah. What else is he going to do?
Oh, he's ruining Christmas.
But so the last one was, no more choirs, but people are able to do carols from the kitchen.
Is at least like, I get choirs because it's a public assembly of people. If you're into the whole, we shouldn't have public assemblies of people, then it's natural that you'll ban choirs in that as well, right? That makes sense. But it's not like you're saying, or the act of singing, science and all of that. Like you're just like, it's just another public assembly, so of course it's banned. Yeah,
it's more of a acceptable Christmas tradition, I think.
Yeah,
just bring people together and sing.
Yeah.
Then I've got a big note saying 2020 in review. I think we've kind of done that.
Yeah.
Kind of works.
Coronavirus.
Lots of social distancing. But elsewhere in regular news, teachers have seized a disco from a 12-year-old boy who was hosting raves in school toilets.
Give me that disco.
Stop it. It's my disco now.
Got to put this in my desk.
But that's all the Christmassy stuff that I found. There wasn't that much going on.
I didn't get any Christmas news.
Yeah, there's not much going on. I think people don't want to talk about it because maybe it's all going to go wrong.
I had a Santa thing last week of the guys that of the drug raid dressed as Santa, but that was last week. I should have saved it. Really? Oh well. A farmer in South Africa was mauled to death by his pet hippo on Sunday, who he had previously described as being like a son to him.
The betrayal, the Christmas family dramas.
Christmas hippo.
Didn't like the Nintendo DS he was given.
Yeah.
So decided to maul his father.
The hippo was found as a calf, which is just a baby hippo, abandoned, or that his mother had been poached or something. So this guy took it in and reared him and everything like that. He said, it's a little bit dangerous, but I trust him with my heart that he will not harm anybody. I can swim with him. I go in the water. He allows me to get on his back, and I ride him like a horse. He swims with me. He added, he's like a son to me. Well, now you're dead. Because it's a fucking hippo.
I ride my hippo like a horse.
But,
okay.
I mean, to be fair, I think we are all we are all able to be lulled into a false sense of security like that. I think it's like the who's the other one? The Grizzly Man, like he was, like I still haven't watched that documentary, but I know about it, and it's like he was around these bears like all the time. They were perfectly comfortable with him for years and years and years until suddenly they weren't, and they killed him.
Well, it's just bears playing with each other are going to knock each other about a bit as well. So it could just be that bears don't know how to delicately treat their human.
Oh, maybe, but they know how to not eat something.
Oh yeah, but once it's dead, like let's say it was a play fight and it slapped it and suddenly his neck broke. Oh, I guess we'll eat him.
Oh,
that's fair enough.
Yeah, but then it's I think most people have this impression that you could take any animal from being like very young and be like, I can tame this because well, we're mates, we've known each other for years, and now you're dead. Because it's a wild animal.
Yeah, and that's how Santa Clauses end up in safari parks.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that when Santa goes wild, he needs to be at least, a long distance away from all civilization.
I mean, even cows, like we had to domesticate cows into like the docile kind of clueless things that they are now. Like that's not a wild cow.
Yeah,
like
before they were way more ambitious.
That's not how
now
they were.
We had to docilize them.
They used to be like not necessarily really aggressive, but you see like what are those African
hunters in
cows?
The woods. Cows creeping from tree to tree, stalking a goose.
What are those African ones? Not bison, buffalo, maybe buffalo. I'm thinking of. I can't remember. Yeah. You see like them being run down by lions and stuff, but that is a particularly wild cow. Like you couldn't be a mate with that
true.
cow.
Yeah, you can go to the movies with that cow.
Yeah, but guy mate with his hippo got mauled.
Sounds good.
In other news, a town in North Carolina currently under siege by hundreds of vultures have taken a more traditional approach of fending off the birds via the use of a communal cannon.
It's not just my cannon. Oh no, we all get together. When we turn on the Christmas lights, we also fire the cannon.
Yeah, it's tradition. It's Christmas. We fire the cannon.
To discourage the birds of death.
Yeah,
the murder of vultures.
Unleash the vultures. Yeah. Yeah, just in this town, just like tons of vultures just sitting on people's roofs now. Just like, all right, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And no one's been like, why are they here? Like,
what do they want?
Well,
just fire the cannon.
They tend to be attracted to death, right?
Yeah, we've had a lot of death.
Yeah. They know something that this town doesn't. Have they seen the asteroid?
Do they know what is to come?
Yeah. And they're like, well, these people are obviously pretty, like, Stone Age types. Look, they're trying to fend us off with a cannon.
I wasn't expecting a medieval siege.
No.
Jeez.
Oh, you could only take out one of us at a time with that.
Or one cannon-shaped flock. Cannonball-shaped flock.
Yeah. But then maybe it's like, well, the sound will scare them off or something like that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think you get used to it, though. Like, oh, they're bringing out the cannon again.
This is their Christmas tradition. I don't get it. Yeah. Fair enough.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Christmas cannon.
Maybe that's why they're there. They're waiting for one of them. Because people typically don't know how to use a cannon. One of them's going to kill themselves with it somehow.
They're there for the show.
Yeah. And then the vulture
watch this
like, I am inevitable. Just... I've only got a third one. A postman in Williamsburg, Kentucky, clocked off early this week after coming across an axe-wielding dog on his route.
Oh, my shift's over now. I'm off. Don't like where this day's going.
He took a picture of it, and it's just a big Alsatian with a big axe in its mouth, just on the hill, just staring at him.
To be fair, I understand that. You'd be like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I don't fear it, but I don't trust it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go.
Are there any vultures about?
Yeah. So it's a cannon axe.
Yeah.
It's the axe used to ignite the cannon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing it's a dog that's just been like, oh, stick, like just picked it up. Because dogs...
Yeah, or, lumberjack killed it and then took his axe as a trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's it. That's it for that. I've got like there's tons of news articles here, and I don't know if I want to go through all of them. But I would be remiss if we didn't bring up bison in general. Like it's definitely been a year of bison.
Yeah, I think definitely they are planning to invade.
I think one of the most prominent articles we've had has all been bison, reintroducing them to the UK. People being gored by bison, like new bison being released, and the European and the American bison, and like I think if I don't know much about the Chinese years and that, but I feel like it's been the year of the bison.
Could be the year of the bison, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't have anything to
so I thought that was like an intro to an article.
No,
it's just like, there's been lots of bison in 2020.
Just lots of bison.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. They've definitely reared their heads again. So, I still don't trust that I don't know why they're trying to put them into Kent. But
no,
it still just feels quite strange, but maybe it's good. The world changes.
It's one of those things where it's like I can't remember what it's called. It's like a psychological phenomenon or something. But like when something like against the odds happens at one part of the world, it suddenly starts happening elsewhere as well. And it was used to kind of prove this connectivity amongst living things. I think they did it with like flocks of sheep or something, and they had all these flocks of sheep like positioned in different parts of the world. And they all had to solve this same puzzle in order to get out of the field that they were in. And they found that like they could spend time in there for ages and ages, and none of them would get it. But as soon as one flock got it, suddenly the other flocks would figure it out as well, and they'd all get out of this field, and like it was this interconnectivity thing. And it seemed like we had that with the bison. As soon as there was parts of the world where bison were being introduced, suddenly in other parts of the world, bison started goring people. And
started their own rampage.
Yeah, they almost like they forced themselves to start trending.
Yeah, so they kind of got what you're saying is they're self-aware. They've got Wi-Fi. They're on social media and they're organising things.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's like well, beware, everybody. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
But that's a fun. Little few tidbits. If you're worried that you won't feel too Christmassy, you can always go to a virtual reality pantomime.
Yeah.
Or a Zoom pantomime. You can always, have two people perform a 15-minute show outside your door.
Yeah.
Or you can go see Santa in a safari park.
Yeah. Or
I think Santa in a safari park's a favourite thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you can just listen to us. We're Christmassy.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we talked about ending it all last week, but
we're
still Christmassy. No, I think it's going to be interesting for New Year's as well. So I think we can have a look about that, and then we'll have the record we do after we come back from Christmas. I think start planning things down.
I imagine
figure out what to do
with New Year's. Everybody is secretly happy. That might just be conjecture about how I feel about it, but like it's nice to have a year when you've got no choice but to not plan anything. Like, oh no, we don't have to buy overpriced tickets, go out for a stupid meal. We don't have to, like, we don't have to decide what we're doing. We for once we haven't been invited to 1,000 different parties, and we've got to pick one and then be questioned by everyone else as to why we didn't go to theirs. Like it's nice. It's a no pressure New Year. That's almost like a gift.
I can't go to the gym, so therefore I don't have to make I'm going to go to the gym resolution.
Yeah, the gym's annoying me actually. So like this week I got back into it, and then this week just absolutely crippled me. I was like, well, something's got to go this week, and it's probably working out. And then I want to start again this week, but then it closes on the 23rd for like a week, until a couple of days into January. So it's like that's not enough time to start a habit. But then I feel like, well, that's a stupid reason not to go. You should just go anyway. Like that feels more like an excuse to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting New Year's resolutions this year, I think. And then, see how people react to the socialite season of the year, I guess, is going to be a quieter one.
Yeah.
seeing people do.
Lovely.
But yeah, so yeah, Christmas time.
Yeah.
Christmas time and New Year's time. To set some fireworks. Okay, I mean, fireworks are loud. They spread the coronavirus as well.
I think they detonate the coronavirus, don't they?
Detonate it over all the.
That is something they said about vultures. They're very good for people.
They detonate.
Well, their stomach acid is so strong that they have the ability to stop diseases and bacteria in their tracks. So anything that they eat that's dead and has a virus or anything like that, the virus just gets obliterated by them.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas vultures.
Yeah, Christmas vultures. If only the world could be more like a vulture's stomach or whatever it is.
That's what friends are for.